Hey guys, today I'm looking at Lethal Company. This game is really weird and kind of abstract, but I really like it. Again, it's kind of like a fun game. It's only really fun with friends, so you do need other people to play with. Otherwise, it's kind of very weird and confusing. And so the main premise of Lethal Company is that you are part of this corporation or this company that has to extract rare objects from these alien moons, and you're in this weird kind of hazmat suit. I think this whole game was made by like one guy apparently as well. So again, these indie games that focus on multiplayer with mic chat and proximity chat are really popular. And so basically you'll have your ship, you'll kind of land on the planet, and not too far away there's going to be something like a factory or some kind of industrial complex. And you go inside there and you basically scavenge around for objects and you bring it back to the ship. And then kind of, it gives you a value. And some of these things are like hair dryers, like household items, snack bars, flashlights, lifting weights, like very like generic stuff, but they hold like a lot of value. And so the whole thing is that you have to meet your quota by the end of the week. So you have basically 5 or 7 levels to essentially meet quota plus extra cash that you can use to buy extra gear when you go into these places. And again, it's one of these multiplayer games that just, gets a lot of patches, get a lot of updates, and just became super popular. But yeah, similar to SCP, I guess, you'll come across a bunch of NPC monsters. And so some of these things, they will straight up just kill you. Some of them you can actually hit with the stick or shoot. Some of them are kind of like, I think the coil head is the most popular one from this game, who's, again, very freaky. I think I've only encountered him once, but I immediately left. The big thing that helps this game definitely is the proximity chat, how, depending if you're in a hallway or in a ventilation shaft or outside, the echo on your mic and your auditory, experience will change. Throughout, each kind of dungeon, I guess, there are also a bunch of locked doors, and you can find a key in there to unlock them and stuff like that. But again, this game, is just kind of very simple. So, I mean, I don't know. I want to like these games, but once I've played it enough to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I've played through this level 2 or 3 times, there's really not anything new or like new to see. It's pretty much the same experience over and over again. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm not into this, I guess. So yeah, once a game becomes predictable, in my view, even if it's a multiplayer game, it's the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I still, enjoy this experience. It was kind of cool. Again, you have your basic, flashlight and, materials to help you see and go through the world, and less things, less inventory slots to help you, bring back valuable stuff as the more gear you can bring in and stuff like that. There's also an ability for someone to stay behind and use kind of like the camera system to like look out for enemies and stuff with other players. And yeah, it's very similar to Phasmophobia, I guess, in a lot of ways. I feel like these 4-player multiplayer games are just kind of becoming somewhat standardized. They're kind of borrowing from each other, but innovating in certain areas. I think what's really interesting about this game that I really like is the visual style of the game. It's kind of cel shaded, but everything looks really weird and abstract, and I kind of really like that. And it has this tone of eeriness to it. And I think what really works in a lot of these games, as someone else was saying, is that when you get really deep into the dungeon and you don't know where your friends are or whatever, if you don't have a walkie-talkie, it's just your voice echoing in this place, and you have no idea what's going on or what this creature might do, and you just kind of have to experience it for yourself. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool, pretty fun game, and give it a shot. It's gonna be around for a while. All right, guys, that's all I gotta say about this one. See you later. Bye.